In this video, I want to show you exactly how to get high ticket leads even if you have a low following that's like under 5,000 followers. And I'm going to show you how to use content that does the selling for you. And if you don't believe me that it's possible, then just watch this quick clip.
You want to hear something that's going to blow your mind? $1 million in profit from less than 6,000 Instagram followers.
Now, most of you business owners think the amount of followers equals to your income and leads generated. But I've helped clients generate tons of leads and also myself without needing to always go viral, without, posting daily and without needing to spray and pray with the algorithm like most of you guys do, to be honest. So this video is for most of you business owners who know they need to be posting their content, but don't really know what to post, how to structure it, or really how to create videos that actually convert well to their audience and in their niche. And the best part is about this whole content strategy is that you don't need to be a marketing expert. You don't need to be an influencer. You don't need to be some sort of content machine. You simply just need a system that aligns your messaging, right, with what buyers already want. This is not a guessing game, right? I'm using the same framework I use to help my client that had under 1,000 followers get booked calls for my content, right? This is the same system that took my client that had only 3,000 followers get 41 high ticket leads from a single video. So yeah, this actually works. So the first step is you really must get extremely clear on your ideal client profile, right? So this is the best drawing in the world right here. And you basically want to visualize who you're targeting, right? Now, why is this important? I used to think myself that, understanding my ICP isn't really that important and I can just create content and I'll get leads, right? But it's actually extremely important. And once I realized this, my lead conversion rate for my content went from this to this. And this is so important because if you don't actually write down what your client wants, what they're feeling, and their pain points, their desires, their problems, their wants, their fears, then you're not going to get clear and you're not going to create clear content that actually speaks towards them, right? You simply have to. So you want to write down their pain points, their desires, their problems, their wants, what keeps them up at night, and really, really get clear on this. And with every single content idea that you come up with, if they don't check one of these, check boxes, then don't create that content idea, right? This is what you need to create all of your content around. Your content needs to completely be around these points here. Otherwise, you're simply not going to get content that converts, right? One of the biggest difference to when I was getting leads and when I wasn't getting leads was when I wasn't getting leads, I was just creating content for people like myself, right? I wasn't creating content for my ICP. Now, I'm actually getting leads for my content because I'm actually talking about the specific pain points that my ideal client faces, and then they feel like I'm the creator for them, right? So this is, before we even get into step one, you need to just write this down. Literally, dead ass, actually go take a pen and paper and write this down, or go on your computer and go on a document and actually write this down, right? I wrote this down and this really helped improve my content. So now let's get into section one. Now with section one, I want you to understand that you simply cannot get any leads in the first place if nobody knows you exist. A lot of these people out here are saying, don't try to go viral. Now, I'm not saying go viral. Do not go viral. But like Alex Hormozi said, like Grant Cardone said, like Gary Vee said, if no one knows you exist, you are not going to get any leads, right? And this is where most business owners completely mess up. Section one is top of the funnel, right? This is content that's going to really bring eyeballs onto your page. Now, I could go and I could look at my client results and I could show you guys how I've gotten millions of views from my clients. I could show you how I've got 20 million views for myself. But you don't need to go mega viral, right? For this client, I got millions of views, and one of the videos I did for him got 5 million views. But these videos here are also great, right? 3K views, 3K views, 3K, 3K. And these videos are great because they're also positioning as an authority. And these videos are also great. Also, these videos for myself. So basically, what do you want to post? You want to create content for your ICP, and you want to see what already works in your niche and replicate it, right? So, for example, with myself and my clients, I saw what other tax people were doing in his niche. I saw what other creators were doing in my niche, and I saw what was performing well, and then I replicated that for myself, right? If you're confused on what to post for your content, this is probably one of the best ways to actually get clear, right? And then, you just want to do simple breakdowns of painful industry problems. Again, let me make this clear that you do not need to go viral. Yeah, so you don't need to go viral. I mean, I can show you my Instagram here and show you, oh, I went viral, right? Let's take a look at this. So yeah, I've gone viral in the past, and this was great top of funnel videos because it's gotten lots of, leads from my niche. A lot of people that were interested in content, a lot of business owners that were interested in content followed me from these type of content. And I got those pieces of content because I already saw what works in my niche, and then I replicated it to make it better. So that's section 1, right? Top of the funnel content to get you noticed and get your face in front of ideal prospects. Now let's get into section 2, which is all about building authority and trust, right? Now, this is again something people overlook. They think that if they get views, if they just get a bunch of views and people are gonna buy, right? But if you break down business, if people don't trust you, they won't buy from you, right? Like, no matter how good your content is, no matter how many views you get, if someone doesn't trust you, they will not buy from you. So let me show you how to actually get people to trust you and see you as the go-to expert. So section 2 is this, right? You want to turn a cold lead into a warm lead, and you do that through hyper-specific content plus Instagram stories, right? Hyper-specific content and Instagram stories. So let me show you an example. So this is hyper-specific content, right? So it's basically content that shifts beliefs. You can go over client transformation videos and like break down exactly how you did it. So for example, I did a video where I broke down how I got my client from 13K followers to over 120,000 followers. And I break down the exact step-by-step process that my team did for him. And that's a really, really good, strong authority video. And then, niched specific value bombs that solve specific problems in detail, right? Very niche specific videos. So niche specific value bombs is like basically very, very, very niche videos, right? So instead of going broad and trying to get top of funnel videos, now this is the middle of funnel, right? This is where you're really establishing your authority. And the more specific you are with the content ideas, with these type of videos, the more you're going to pinpoint your ideal client profile situation, right? For example, if there was an ideal client profile and he was like 30 pounds overweight, he felt sluggish and like tired when he woke up in the morning, and then you literally called that out on the hook and you explained step by step how to solve that, then it's a very, very high chance that you're going to get that lead and really nurture that lead, right? Because that lead feels very, very spoken to and very singled out. And that's what you want to do with this type of content. Now, an example of shifting someone's belief is like this, right? You could say, people think that paid ads will scale my business. Oh, and paid ads is the best way, right? But then your piece of content, you say, paid ads don't work like they used to. Paid ads cost too much. And relying on paid ads is an unhealthy business. Now, again, you're completely shifting people's old beliefs into a new belief. And then the new belief is your offer as the solution, right? So you want to break their old belief and then make whatever their new belief is into believing that your offer is the solution, right? And then you also just want to have the I've been there moments that show empathy and relatability. Because a big mistake that I made when I was first starting out is that I made like my ICP feel like this, right? This is my ICP and this is where I am. So they would have thought that me being at 50K followers is never achievable for them, right? So they just never reached out to me in the first place because they thought that it was completely unattainable what I've done. But then you want to bridge the gap. You want to be like, no, I've been in the position you're at before and I can help you get out, right? So for example, right, this is your audience. Maybe right now they're feeling, oh, this guy's too ahead of me. He wouldn't understand my situation. But you want to be like, no, I actually used to do that, right? And then I first started doing this then. For example, for me, that could be like, someone that's getting 200 views right now, they might think and see me at 50,000 followers and they're like, yeah, Neil hasn't been in my situation. But then I could be like, no, I used to be stuck at under 1,000 followers. I used to be stuck at 200 views, but I overcame it because I did this, right? So you want to show your relatability, because if people don't think you're relatable to them, then they just will think, this guy doesn't know my situation, this guy can't help me out, right? So that's super important. Now, with your Instagram stories. So this is so good for really amplifying your trust, because whoever watches your stories, is just going to get automatically on a personal level with you way more, right? So you want to have daily touch points. Now, the good thing with this type of content here, before I get into the Instagram stories, is that this type of content will really make people convert and want to reach out to you, right? Like, this is the type of content that gets people to see you as the authority. They reach out to you and then they ask for your services. Now, Instagram stories, this is daily touch points. And again, this is what's really going to nurture your audience and make them be like, okay, I want to work with this guy. So first, a good type of Instagram story is just sharing your raw thoughts, right? In this Instagram video here, I basically just said, yo, the business space is getting scary because the digital divide between business owners that don't have a personal brand and do is getting larger. And then I was just basically talking about why you need a personal brand. And I was just sharing what I was thinking, right? Another video is where you could send them to a long form asset for more nurturing plus lead capture. So this is very, very good. One of the best funnels to do is get a lot of people through short form and then send them to long form to get nurtured heavier, right? So I did a great hook here. I genuinely think the skill of knowing how to get whatever. And then here I said I created this video breaking down how I got 20 million views, and then I send them towards a YouTube free training. And then you can also just collect their leads, right? So you can tell them to reply with keyword, and then you can collect their email and send them towards an asset. So this is a really good form of Instagram stories as well. And then one of the best ones is client results for social proof. All right, so I know whenever I post these videos, I get lots of leads because again, it's social proof, showing people I can do the same for them. I can scale their business, and this always gets in lots of good results for myself and my clients and gets them lots of leads. So you should definitely try this out yourself. So that is step 2, which is section 2, which is building authority and trust. Now, section 3, this is where you really want to incorporate DMs and all sort of lead capturing systems to actually be able to capture and convert all the leads that you're getting through content, right? I know for myself, I remember one of my clients, we got so many leads from him in one video that his team couldn't actually handle it. So that's a very good problem to have. So yeah, once you've got everything, the content is working, you're getting leads, this is where you need to actually collect the leads and start making money and getting high ticket leads from the DMs and from the content. So let's get into it. So the first thing is you need to have a dialed in appointment setter system. I know that with my clients right now, I implement an appointment setter into their business, and we just give them an appointment setter and we train up an appointment setter and give it to them. Right? This way, every single piece of content that we're posting for them always gets in leads because we're getting leads from the content and then we're converting them, right? So this is how my own appointment setter turns warm leads into sales. So for example, these are just some examples of me booking in a call. This guy really liked my content. This guy liked my content. And I actually ended up closing this guy and this guy, which is great. Cool. So once you create the content, right? Once you create all of this type of content here, you're going to start getting in leads, right? You're going to start getting a lot of qualified views and a lot of qualified followers that are actively viewing your content, all right? So once you do section 1 and section 2 correct, you will get lots of qualified followers that are going to start following you, right? As I did here. So basically, you want to message people who are following you. So go to your verified tab and look at all the qualified leads that are following you. And then people who like your videos and posts. So with every single video that you post, always check the like section, right? To just see all the content you're posting and see the qualified leads that are viewing your videos and liking it. 3, people that comment, right? So message the qualified leads that comment on your videos. So go to your comment section and whoever is a qualified lead, because if someone's commenting on your video because they want a free asset, that means they clearly have a problem in their business, right? Right? They have a problem that they want to solve if they're commenting on your video for a free asset. And then 4, people that view your story. This is probably the best, this is probably where the highest quality people are. The people that are viewing your story. Because they're probably the most warm leads, and they've probably digested the most content if they're getting recommended your stories. So yeah, these are just some people that are viewing my stories, and that's cool. And then Now, this way, when you're doing these messages, like you're literally getting consistent leads from every single video that you post, right? Like that's what we do for myself and my clients to get consistent high quality leads. Literally, you are getting leads from every single video that you're posting. You post a video, right? Whether it's a top funnel video or a section 2 build authority and trust video, and then you're messaging the qualified leads that like the content and everything, right? And this is how I've been able to do this much just from literally a couple of videos, because I'm collecting leads from every single video and reaching out. And a lot of the times I do it myself. I send over personalized videos where I say, hey, it's me. Now, 2 is ManyChat, right, for lead capture. So for example, if you look right here, for one of my clients, we got him 6,800 comments on one video at a 38.1% click-through rate. Now, we sent, like this video went super viral, and we sent every single person towards his landing page, which is crazy, right? We sent like literally thousands of people towards his landing page, and he had a team there that was vetting through all the leads, which is like he 100% got like super high ticket leads from that one video, which is incredible. And this is because we followed the top funnel structure. And then here, again, this is one of my videos. I think I collected literally 4,000 emails from this one video here. I literally collected 4,000 emails from one video. Like, where else can you do that apart from my system? Like, no offense, but my system's the best. It's just too good. Okay, cool. And then for one of my clients here, again, from another video, we collected like 1.2K leads from a single video at a 51% click-through rate, which is very, very good. And this is the automated ManyChat sequence that we implement for all of our clients. It says, hey, and then collects their email, and then it sends them towards whatever asset we're sending them towards, right? So ManyChat for lead capture is very, very important, and it's great. And then 3, landing page and training funnel. So this is basically in the stories and DM guides to people, whatever. This is, I'm sorry about that. It's worded terribly. But yeah, you want to just use your content to funnel them towards your websites, right? So for example, whenever I do these like client videos or like, you know, these type of videos that go over client results, I tell them to either reply to the story or I send them towards a funnel. And then with these videos here, I also say comment this and I'll send you a free asset. And then sometimes I send them to a free asset, but then sometimes I also send them towards my landing page. And yeah, these are great, right? With all these videos that you get here, you can send them towards your landing page and just collect the money. Boom. Right, collect the leads. So like, this is how you're going to predictably create a content machine that just works for your business, right? This is how you're going to create a content machine that, you know, puts you away from relying on referrals, relying on cold traffic like paid ads. And if you are running paid ads, that is perfect, right? But if you're running paid ads without content on your page, then that is not good, right? Your ads will simply not work anymore because your competitors have content. And let's just say that there's 2 competitors, right? There's one competitor with a content system like mine and like how I implement for my clients. And then there's another business owner that doesn't have this thing and they're relying on referrals or cold traffic. Like, simply, not only are you going to burn ad spend, but relying on the kindness of people's hearts, like referrals, yeah, it's just not sustainable, right? This type of content system is how you consistently get leads, and there's not a single problem that your, you know, good content can't solve for your business. So yeah, I just went on a little rant there, but I just can't stress that enough, right? So yeah, this is the 3-step content system that you can use to get high ticket leads, even if you have less than 5,000 followers, right? You don't need to go mega viral to do this. So let's go over it again. Just remember, get clear on your ICP. Section 1 is top of the funnel. Section 2 is build authority and trust from all the people you get from section 1. And then section 3 is basically just closing the leads and getting the leads, right? That is such a powerful system. And what you just watched is the exact system we built for our clients who are already successful, but their content isn't working for them as it should, right? And this is how we help our clients dominate in the digital age today. So if you're ready to have this content system literally built out for you completely, with you only needing to spend like an hour to 2 hours a month on the whole content system without you needing to live in your DMs or hire a massive team, then just check out the link down below and book in a call with me, personally show you a customized content blueprint for your brand and how exactly I can do it for you. Yeah, don't worry, this isn't like a sales call. I'm not gonna force you to pull out your credit card or anything. I just wanna show you exactly how it would work for your brand. If you're the right fit, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys got some value for it. If you want, book in a call down below and I'd love to speak to you there, and see you later.